What's up? What's up? It's your boy, man. The one and only, Mr. Af, aka Prince of Africa, aka Shaka, aka the man with so many aliases, man. What up, man? Happy New Year, man. You know what time it is, man? It's definitely that story time, man, you know? Just sharing some past experiences as usual. This particular story right here I'm about to talk about was about my first trip out of America, you know, to another country. It's back in the days, man. I took this trip. We had went to a Caribbean country called Saint Kitts and Nevis. Saint Kitts and Nevis. You know, never been there, heard so much about it. So, you know, went out there. We had to take a flight. Had to take a flight to Puerto Rico. From Puerto Rico, we had to take another small plane to Saint Kitts. Very small island, for what I was told. Of course, I was excited, enthusiastic about, you know, discovering new places, you know. All right, you know. Took from here to New York, you know, Puerto Rico, another 2 hours, I think, from Puerto Rico to Saint Kitts. We, you know, arrived in Puerto Rico, excited, very excited. Got to Saint Kitts, very excited. Got off the plane. And of course, like, you know, like most places that you travel to, you have to go to the whole custom. You know, you got to go through custom. You got to go through customs. So I was going to customs. And when I was going to custom, but I realized, man, they were so disrespectful. They were so rude and aggressive in St. Kitts. The custom agency was so rude back in the days, man. You know, I'm not talking about now. It was back in the days. They were so rude, you know, so aggressive. But got to a point, they asked me for my passport. And I took my passport out. You know, like I had a bad experience. I was having it was a bad experience with them, man. Like I said, they were so rude. I had an attitude. Because I don't like nobody disrespecting me, being aggressive towards me, you know? So I was feeling away. So they asked me for my passport, pull my passport out. As soon as I pulled my passport out, the officer took my passport. But when he took my passport, it's like everything just froze. Like everything just froze. Like I was in the Matrix. Everything just came to a stop. They paused for a minute. They looked at each other. I'm like, what the fuck is going on, man? You know? They looked at each other. Then one of the officers called a couple of more officers over, and they started showing each other my passport. I'm like, yo, what is this, man? Like, what is going on? So they all walked up to me. Remember, I wasn't feeling them. The encounter wasn't the greatest from beginning. Now they all stepping to me. I'm like, what did I do, man? You know? They was like, listen, man, you have a passport right here that says that you're from Ghana, a country in Africa. And I was like, yes, you know, I was born in Ghana. I have a G1 diplomatic visa passport. My father was a diplomat. Yeah, but I was born in Ghana, you know. Well, ain't you American? I was like, nah, I was born in Ghana. I mean, I grew up in America. I live in America, grew up in America, but I still kept my passport because I have a diplomatic visa. So I kept my passport. And they were just buffed. Like, it was such an awkward encounter because, again, like I said, from the beginning, they was being very rude, disrespectful. And they went from being disrespectful and rude to like everybody just froze. Like, no, let's do a do-over again. So now it's like, I was an American guy, black guy from America. I felt I was being treated unfairly. But once they saw my passport, and my passport said I was born in Ghana, everything just changed. Like the whole scenario just changed. Now they started treating me totally different. They're being very polite, very respectful, and it was just a strange atmosphere. It's like, you was born in Africa? And I'm like, yes, I was born in Africa. Like, it was so unsurreal. Like, you was born in Africa? I'm like, yeah, I was born in Africa. I mean, just the look, the emotion in their faces was like, wow. It's like, so again, they went from being disrespectful towards me to like started treating me like a king. I was getting treated like royalty in the airport. Like, you from Africa, man? Like, wow. I was like, wow, okay. So, you know, that was my first experience outside of America when I used to have an African diplomatic passport, G1 visa passport. I didn't know. I mean, I didn't know that outside of America, in most countries that are occupied by black people, have so much love for somebody that was born on that continent of Africa. I mean, it was a beautiful experience, man. Like, I was treated like a god, man. Like, all because my passport said I was born in Africa, or had an African passport at the time. The feeling was, it was special, man. The treatment was special. Okay, now I'm in Saint Kitts. Saint Kitts is a beautiful island. Saint Kitts and Nevis, small little island, you know. I'm all over the place. But for some reason, I started getting treated like celeb. Like, once people found I was born in Africa. So I was like, yo, fuck saying I grew up in America, man. So I'm like, yo, where you from, man? Yeah, I'm African, man. I was running with that African thing. I was getting treated like a rock star out there, man. Anyway, that's just my story, my experience from the past. One of my many trips, you know, my wonderful experiences I wanted to share. Anyway, signing off, man. Peace.